Your eyes flutter open. The familiar shapes of your bedroom slowly emerge from the darkness. The digital clock on your nightstand glows with its silent red numbers. You notice something is wrong. A profound stillness has fallen over you. A weight that feels both physical and absolute. You try to lift your head from the pillow, but your neck muscles refuse to obey. You attempt to shift your legs, to push yourself up with your arms, but your body is a statue of flesh and bone. A wave of cold panic begins to wash over you. You are awake, yet you cannot move a single inch. The air in the room suddenly feels thick and heavy, pressing down on your chest like a lead blanket. Breathing becomes a conscious, desperate effort. Each shallow gasp, a struggle. Your heart hammers against your ribs, a frantic drumbeat in the suffocating silence. It is then that you sense it. A presence. You cannot explain how you know, but you are certain you are no longer alone. Through the murky shadows, a figure seems to coalesce. It is a dark, indistinct shape, a void of blackness that feels ancient and malevolent. It just stands there, watching you in your helpless state. This terrifying experience is not the work of a phantom or a demon. It is a well-documented and surprisingly common neurological event. So, what exactly is this bewildering event? In the simplest terms, sleep paralysis is a temporary state where your conscious mind wakes up before the rest of your body does. It is a glitch in the transition between sleeping and waking. Imagine your brain as a complex control center, with different switches for consciousness, muscle control, and dreaming. During an episode, the switch for consciousness flips to on, but the switch for muscle control stays off. You are mentally alert and aware, yet completely unable to perform voluntary movements. This disorienting state can last from a few agonizing seconds to several minutes. These feelings are consistent across cultures and history, which explains the many myths. The most universal sensation is inability to move, atonia, often paired with immense pressure on the chest, creating a terrifying sense of suffocation. Beyond the physical, sleep paralysis brings vivid hallucinations. Footsteps, whispers, buzzing, shadowy figures, monsters, even aliens, hands holding you down, or a body on top. They feel real because your brain is partly in a dream state, projecting imagery onto your actual surroundings. To truly understand sleep paralysis, we need to take a brief journey into the architecture of our sleep cycle. The most relevant stage is REM sleep, RBNAU, rapid eye movement, where most vivid narrative-style dreaming occurs. During REM, your brain is incredibly active, almost as active as when you are awake. It consolidates memories, processes emotions, and creates elaborate dream worlds. Now imagine if your body was not paralyzed during those dreams. You could run into a wall or flail in a fight. To prevent this, the brainstem sends signals that shut down voluntary muscles across the body. That temporary paralysis is called REM atonia, an essential safety mechanism. Sleep paralysis happens when the system desynchronizes. It can occur as you fall asleep, hypnagogic, or more commonly as you wake up, hypnopompic. In those moments, your conscious mind returns before the brainstem turns off the REM atonia signal. The result? Mentally awake, while your body remains locked in dream state paralysis. Dream imagery systems, especially the amygdala, the fear center, can stay active, projecting a fear and dream mix onto your real environment. The shadow man is your brain searching for a source of fear and helplessness, a ghost generated by your own internal machinery. Episodes end on their own, or can be broken by a touch or sound. Your body will catch up. Paralysis lifts, and you regain full control. Knowing this reframes it from supernatural assault to an unsettling biological quirk. For centuries, people have used supernatural explanations for this bone-chilling experience. The old hag, Kanashibari, incubus and succubus. These stories all describe the same core element, waking paralysis, a feeling of being crushed, a malevolent presence. It's easy to see why the mind seeks a narrative. However, science provides a more elegant, evidence-based explanation. The feeling of a presence is linked to the temporoparietal junction, the brain area that helps create our sense of self in space. When disrupted during sleep transitions, the brain can generate a shadow self, sensed as someone else in the room. Chest pressure is paralyzed breathing muscles plus panic-induced hyperventilation, not a demon. The alien abduction idea mirrors sleep paralysis. Frozen in bed, strange figures with large eyes, buzzing, bright lights, feeling experimented on, classic hypnopompic hallucinations. Bright lights reflect erratic visual cortex firing. Floating or movement reflects vestibular hallucinations. There is no credible evidence for extraterrestrials here. The evidence points to brain function during sleep. Debunking does not dismiss the terror. The fear and sensations are real, but the external attacker is not. Supernatural explanations increase helplessness. Understanding the brain glitch gives you control. Knowledge is power, the light in this ancient darkness. While sleep paralysis can happen to anyone, certain factors increase the likelihood. Think of your sleep as a delicate rhythm. Disruptions make glitches more likely. The most powerful trigger is sleep deprivation. Sleep loss can lead to REM rebound, cramming more REM into unstable patterns. Irregular schedules, shift work, jet lag, all-nighters make sleep-wake transitions jagged. Like a poorly timed gear shift, a jolt that can be waking up paralyzed. Psychological stress floods you with cortisol and adrenaline. These fight-or-flight hormones fragment sleep and keep your nervous system on high alert. Anxiety can trigger episodes, and episodes can feed anxiety. Sleeping on your back may increase episodes, partly by worsening minor breathing issues like sleep apnea, causing more awakenings. Certain medications and substances, stimulants and alcohol, can disrupt sleep architecture. Sleep paralysis is also a key symptom of narcolepsy. Overwhelming daytime sleepiness and sudden sleep attacks. If episodes are frequent and you have severe daytime fatigue, see a sleep specialist. Beyond the basic science, there are fascinating lesser-known facts. It is surprisingly common. About 8% of people will experience it at least once. In some groups like students and psychiatric patients, rates climb to 30% or more. Stimulating the temporoparietal junction can induce a sensed presence, the shadow person feeling. For some, sleep paralysis can be a gateway to lucid dreaming. Recognize it, relax, and transition into a controllable dream. Culture shapes hallucinations. Jinn in some regions, chest pressure without a story in others. Your brain uses beliefs to script the nightmare. The most empowering truth: you are not powerless. Prioritize sleep hygiene. Consistent bed and wake times stabilize your circadian rhythm and smooth transitions. Get 7 to 9 hours. Create a relaxing wind down. Books, warm bath, calm music, gentle stretches. Avoid intense late workouts, stressful conversations, caffeine and alcohol before bed. During an episode, stay calm. It is temporary and not dangerous. Focus on a tiny movement. Wiggle a toe, a finger, move your tongue to break the spell. If episodes are frequent or severe, talk to a sleep specialist. With understanding and practical steps, you can take back your nights.